Welcome to Sailing Sweet Ruka. I'm Kate, this is Curtis, and Roxy the dog. We sailed around Cape Horn and then began a 1,200-mile journey through the fjords of Patagonia. In today's episode, we traverse just under 100 miles and cross Golfo de Corcovado, which is open to the Pacific Ocean. And at last, Curtis gets his dream of pulling out the spinnaker.
Oh, yeah! Oh, we haven't seen our friend the spinnaker in so long.
If you're watching this sailing channel to see some sailing, you've come to the right place. So click subscribe and come along for the ride.
Want me to use push the bow out?
Yep. Gracias.
Okay. Ciao, amigos. Ciao, bye-bye. More to go. Right there.
Oh, I'm so excited for the jib. After a lot of upwind sailing and use of the staysail, it was time to break out the number 3 jib and finally sail downwind. It was around 35 miles to the first anchorage, where we would stay for the night to stage for the crossing of Golfo de Corcovado. Could it be true? Dead downwind? A little wing-on-wing action would certainly provide a bit more relaxing sailing, which is a little different than what we're used to. Alright guys, we just left Isla Hechica a little while ago actually. We didn't just leave, we've been enjoying this dead downwind sail, sailing anywhere between 170 and 180 on starboard here. We are wing and wing, and as you can hear there's a lot of radio chatter because there are a lot of boats going by. We are enjoying this lovely sail in probably about 10 to 15 knots of breeze, sailing anywhere from 7 to 7.5 knots.
We're coming up on a place called Malinka, which is a small town on one of the northernmost islands of the southern archipelago. And Malinka is kind of like a funnel for all the provisioning and everything coming down from the north to disperse out to all the seminarias and workplaces down here. So all this traffic and all these salmon boats and all that stuff kind of funnels right up through here. So we're going to have a lot more traffic and boats coming soon. And we're getting, as we progress here, it's going to be more and more civilization, more and more people. So it's actually nice. It's like a gradual adjustment back into civilization from the wilderness, rather than a big abrupt smack in the face of just arriving in Puerto Montt.
And I want to say a special thank you, shout out to our Colombian friends in Isla Hechica who welcomed us at the dock and made us delicious arepas for our send-off. We ate them and I did not film it because they were so delicious we scarfed them down. So hopefully we'll get into our anchorage here 15 miles away from where we are now. and have plenty of daylight left to make some dinner and get some work done. All right. Oh my gosh, I think this is like the best day we've had. Look at no clouds in the sky. That's crazy. Let's take a look.
Blue sky come bearing up before us. We hang on the hem of your gown. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town. There's a darkness in the valley. Branches crack and spread. If we hurry, can you hear us moving? Blue sky come, dancing between us. Take us up, lay us down. Blue sky come, promise not to leave us. Tarry not to our town.
We have almost 4 knots of current here. Got over 8 knots of boat speed. And whoa! Big waves from this guy. Woo! Try to stay safe and low. And we're only sogging 4.7. So almost 4 knots of current. We've got main only because the jib was flopping around behind him. But we are at about 180, so gotta watch, make sure we don't jibe here. Wind's gonna get a little fluky with these islands, you'll see. They say that south winds bring clear skies, and we couldn't have asked for a more magnificent day of sailing. In this place, we were to swing at anchor instead of tying to the trees. We usually use hand gestures to communicate what is happening and what is needed. This prevents shouting over the wind and engine. As we settled in for the evening, we watched one fishing boat towing another towards this anchorage, but they eventually turned around and found another place to go. As we awoke, it was looking to be another beautiful day to sail across Golfo de Corcovado.
If I had a boat, I would sail
fall on taking it?
If I had some time, I'd be biting it well. But my house is on fire, there's no one left to tell. Just take what is given, the doors have been sealed. Just breathe in poison in our glass.
So you have like 3 marks in, right? So it says, so what's the kite? It says the first mile or whatever is for jib, and then R2, R2.
Our expedition software was calling for the spinnaker, and we could hardly believe we would get to go for a downwind rip after all these miles.
It's mad, oh the whole world's mad. 'Cause it's mad, it's all mad. It's mad out there. 'Cause it's black, yeah it's black. Oh the water.
Hey guys, winds are light, so we're motoring, but we're about to launch the spinnaker for the first time in a long time. We're going to be out in some open water, and conditions are going to be about perfect. So, all right, Curtis is hooking up on the bow right now as I speak. Well, we're going to furl the jib and hoist the sail and hopefully turn off that noisy motor. Let's do some sailing.
Okay, let's go check out. Hey, halyards! Okay, lock them.
Ready?
Oh yeah! Oh, we haven't seen our friend the spinnaker in so long. It feels good to see him up and have life breathed into him again. We are going downwind for the first time with the spinnaker up in, oh gosh, I think maybe over 2,000 miles. So this feels really, really good.
The spinnaker was up and it was time to go across the Gulf, but just because we were in open water does not mean we were without beautiful views.
Well guys, we've got Curtis working on making some autopilot adjustments. There's always ever-changing conditions here, so it's not like sailing in the trade winds. Things are relatively the same sort of ocean state for a long period of time, so he's making adjustments for what we're sailing in today, which is kind of some choppy waves on the beam, and of course we have the weird current, but all around us are these just beautiful mountains some of which are just completely covered in snow way off in the distance. They must be really huge. I can see a few tankers and some fishing boats. We passed the town of Malinka. We were planning on going there, but we decided to take this amazing weather window and get to Chiloé, and we can top off on fuel later on. So we should have an awesome sail today, planning over 8 hours of sailing, and it's supposed to have some gusts to 20, but it's fairly calm right now. 9.8 knots. So hopefully we can maybe even get to 15 knots. That would just be the sweet spot of champagne sailing.
Sails. Curtis likes more sails. Okay, so we're just rocking right along. We spent a bunch of time this morning dialing in the autopilot. It's looking a lot better. What we ended up doing was removing a lot of the dampening out of the H5000. That seemed to help a lot. We originally put the dampening in when we were having problems with our true wind, or our wind sensor up at the top of the mast. And we left that in there, and that was actually causing the steering problems and the wallowing in the autopilot. So that's helped a lot. But yeah, we've been just driving along now. We've got the G3 spinnaker up, the staysail inside of it, and a full main. And we're doing about 8 knots over ground and up to 10 and sometimes 11 boat speeds. Beautiful mountains behind us here in Chile. Kate's taking Roxy for a little walk up front. And over here is the island that we're going to called Chiloé. And then behind us, that's Malinka over there, where we left from.
Who's a good dog? Roxy. Roxy's a good dog, yeah.
You want a treat? Yeah! Yeah, get a treat. Yeah.
Well guys, this has been another episode of you can hit out in the open ocean. It's not quite that open where we are by land, but looks like a little Salmonera buoy broke free. Unfortunately, he did not show up on the radar, but it is daylight, so we just sailed around him. All right, coming up to our Coletta here pretty soon, and it'll be time to take down the spinnaker.
tortoise! Pretty cool, huh? Hey! Whoa! Hi! Where are you going? What do you think, Roxy? Does that make you happy over there?
With just under 150 miles to go until the end of our 1,200-mile passage in the fjords, that bittersweet feeling begins to hit us as we arrive at our final destination of Puerto Montt. Thank you to our patrons for making these videos possible. Don't forget to click subscribe and come along for the ride. See you next time!